And we're back with the Budo Boys podcast. I'm here. My name's Patrick Hemingway, and I'm here with my bud John Mai. Say hi, John.
Hello.
And back again for another Wednesday of talking about random stuff in martial arts.
We got a lot of stuff to talk about. It's actually pretty nice.
That's good. Got a lot on our list. A lot of names to knock down.
Are we demystifying or are we throwing more shit?
Probably both. I don't know. Whatever we're feeling today.
Nah, fuck it.
All right, start it off. Start off, John. What do you wanna talk about first?
Ah, man. These are all pretty good. Yeah.
Let's do
As a Taekwondo guy,
okay.
you know, I want to throw out that most Taekwondo schools are absolute garbage.
I mean, I agree because I think that's the same way about most karate schools in America, not in
Yeah.
other places.
I don't know, man. I feel like other places they'll focus more on forms and like how good it looks rather than how it's actually meant to be used.
You mean like Korea and stuff?
Oh yeah. Don't get me
Interesting.
wrong, I love watching Korean stuff,
Right.
but I mean, how many Korean UFC champions are there? Not a lot
I,
compared to like everybody else that does like Muay Thai specifically.
yeah, right. Muay Thai is hardcore, man.
I think most of the things that make Muay Thai pretty good are the intense amount of drills and training that you have to put in to make it
Yeah,
practical.
yeah. I think you do end up looking like if you focus just on the drills instead of sparring, you look like really stagnant and like
Yeah,
it's easy to get through whatever kind of
you're
defense
like
because your hands are up the whole time. You just do jab, cross, front kick, or like a teep, and then
yeah,
like a roundhouse kick. Like you're not really like flowing around.
it
It's not
looks
really.
good,
Yeah.
but there's no unpredictability
Well,
to it.
yeah. Well, I've seen a lot of other Muay Thai guys that they actually like work the ring and stuff, and they work their opponent instead of just fucking doing that one combo in their head and
You're talking
just
about like Sanchai?
getting their hands up. Uh, yeah, he's pretty good,
Dude, Sanchai is amazing.
dude. He's awesome.
He's so good that he does cartwheel kicks for fun.
Yeah.
That and it's only because his opponent is garbage compared to him.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's my opinion on that. But so, have you been to other Taekwondo schools
I've
or
been
just
to a
your own?
couple. Um, so out of my 13 years of Taekwondo training, I've been strictly under one master, but I had three other ones that were relatively notable.
All right.
And out of the four, two of them don't know what they're doing.
Nice.
So they end up outsourcing a lot of knowledge from like other things. So it's not Taekwondo anymore.
What is
It's like it's
what?
like, oh yeah, okay, let's focus on Eskrima today.
Oh, fuck. I've seen that shit. I've seen it all the time.
I'm like, damn it, I'm here for Taekwondo, man. I'm not here to like, you
Freaking
know,
Kali,
learn
dude.
enough.
Trying to do
It
double
looks
stick
good.
fighting.
Oh man, double stick fighting is intense.
It looks so
Just
fucking
because,
good, but it's like I've seen a lot of like even like karate places that don't have the knowledge or like taekwondo places and stuff. And
yeah,
like you said, they outsource. Like they'll just bring other shit in that
yeah,
that's easy to learn, the beginning part.
yeah,
They stay at the beginning on everything. So they'll do the beginning of taekwondo, the beginning of karate, not like the fucking hard shit. Beginning of a screama, so it looks cool. They don't like follow it through though. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's and you always know that dude. That's like a bad sign of like not good. That's a not
And you
good.
know what else is a
That's a
bad
red
sign,
flag.
man?
What?
Another bad sign when it comes to picking a martial arts school is no sparring.
It's also a pretty bad sign.
Yeah, you can't apply
So
anything. You don't
so
know
let's
how things
do
work.
let's give some advice because I've had people. I don't know if you've had friends, but I've had friends come up to me say, "Yeah, I want to get into martial arts and stuff. Like, You know any good schools? And I'll know like a bunch of schools in the area, but I won't recommend them because they'll be bad. So, like, I don't recommend any schools to be honest. I just say shot like look around for this, and this. So let's just you want to give some advice on avoiding a bad dojo.
Avoiding a bad dojo.
Like, what's some red flags you look for?
Oh man,
We've
I'd
already
look
talked
for
about like
yeah,
multiple like martial arts that they don't follow the curriculum all the way to the advanced stuff.
yeah.
What else?
If it's a dojo that focuses and sharpens the absolute basics, it's a very good dojo.
That's very true. Work on your basics. Likes to work on basics a lot.
Yeah,
It's your foundation.
but you shouldn't learn martial arts if the one thing you're looking for is I just want to beat somebody's ass.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
So, and if you want to do that, you can just join like a
You
MMA
can, yeah,
gym.
you can, even MMA they don't even. I feel like yeah, I feel like even if you're looking for a good MMA gym, you don't want that either,
Yeah,
because you're gonna get
but I
in
mean like,
with a bunch of meatheads that are
but
gonna
here's the thing.
fucking
Here's the thing. They can't turn you down.
what? Who can't turn you down?
MMA gyms
Why is
because
that?
you're bringing in money.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, because you're gonna get like with a meathead who just like has you in a lock, doesn't feel you tap and fucks up one of your limbs or hits you, doesn't know how to control his power and hits you
Yeah,
fucking in the head.
it's a challenge, man. My ideal grappling partner is a guy that has watermelons for biceps.
Right. I just want to learn with somebody who isn't gonna break my limbs, dude. That's what I want. Like some dude who actually knows like control instead of just he's
Yeah,
just fucking doing arm bars on me.
yeah.
By
I
the end
like
of it, my arm is just a fucking noodle. There's no ligaments on it anymore.
in terms of like finding an ideal sparring partner, somebody like Sanchai from Thailand. That's my ideal guy.
All right.
Like, not only is he a world champion, like, and he knows what he's doing,
Yeah.
like, he's like out there teaching people like with 100% his like entire being. You know,
Yeah.
just watching his videos, I'm like, look at these drills, look at these like flow work. This is good pad work. Everything about it, it's great.
Yeah. Dude, Muay Thai is pretty cool, man. Especially the hand wraps, like the old school, like ropes they would wrap around their
Oh
hands.
yeah, they don't do that anymore, do they?
Nah, I think it's like out. I don't know if it's outlawed or it's just like looked down upon.
I think it's outlawed because it just makes it hard.
Yeah, it makes basically you're just. It's literally
You're
a
just
weapon
you're just
wrapped
making
around.
people.
It's like a brass knuckles kind of thing.
That's the thing, though. I mean, boxing gloves are already classified as weapons.
It doesn't
You know,
surprise me.
like
Like last time we talked about force equals mass times acceleration. A boxing glove literally adds like a pound to your fucking hand.
yeah, especially when they
So
measure it in like big ounces, like anything above
yeah,
10.
yeah, that's literally almost a pound. So it's like you're adding a pound. You're like I don't know, man. You're literally
Add
adding a
that to
pound
the
to your
fact that you're
hand.
not breaking. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
not
and
breaking the bones
yeah,
in your hand, so you just boom. You're not
yeah, you
afraid
could
to
literally punch a
punch.
brick wall with boxing gloves and you wouldn't feel anything. I don't know why you wrap your hands with a boxing glove, to be honest. Like I don't
I,
see
don't
the
know, I think
point
it's
in that.
extra.
It's so dumb though. It's like you don't need that. Like it's like oh, let me take care of my wrist and my thumb. It's like dude, you don't know how to punch, dude. You
Call
don't
it
know how to keep
coincidence,
keep your wrist straight.
but call it coincidence. But like when I wrap my hands and I put boxing gloves over it,
Yeah,
I tear up the inside less than what I do
dude.
if I barehand it. I don't
I
know.
well, I barehanded all the time. So my hands are just used to it. But yeah, that's just me. It's like I'll wear wrist wraps when I'm hitting the bag now if I
Yeah,
want to just like get some structure on my wrist. But I've done a bunch of like this MMA gym I worked at. We had like a group like cardio like boxing cardio session. It was weird.
yeah.
And I just walked in like I don't have gloves, but I have like other stuff. I just walked in. And they're like, "All right, Pat, you ready?" I was like, "Yeah, yeah." And then they think I'm gonna put my gloves on, and the bell rings, and I just start slamming this bag with my fucking bare hands.
Oh no.
And they're like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Yeah, what the fuck, Pat? What are you doing?
I was like, "This is how I train." So, yeah.
It's a
But
good attitude though.
yeah, I mean, you're not gonna have time to put gloves on in a fucking street fight. It's
Mm.
my opinion. So it's like I don't know. It just I don't know. Your body gets used to it too. Like you're not if you'll make some mistakes. Like if you like tilt your wrist or anything like that, you'll know when you hit the
Yeah,
bag with a bare fist because it's gonna hurt like a motherfucker. So all those
one of the
times
cool things.
that you hit bad with your wrist, imagine that's a
Yeah,
street fight that could have been. So
that's
you're
true.
like learning, you know? I guess. I don't
If
know.
you're conscious while you're training and you're doing a drill over and over again, you're gonna get sharper the next session that you do it.
Yeah.
Like even if you don't notice it,
Yeah.
it's there.
So,
That's why I recommend like the people that I train, like outside of where I teach, like just do the drills like at least 100 times. You'll be golden by
yeah.
like the next week.
Fear not one man that knows 10,000 kicks, but he's practiced one kick 10,000 times.
Yeah,
It's a
I
Bruce
don't
Lee
have time to
quote.
do 10,000 times though.
Is that a Bruce Lee quote?
Yeah, I think it is a Bruce Lee quote, but god damn, I don't think anybody has the time to do one thing 10,000 times
I
unless
don't
like
know.
a full
That's
body
like a
hit workout.
second. If you do one a second, 3,600 seconds is an hour. It'd be like 3 hours.
I
It's like
mean,
3 hours on
what
one
about
kick.
what about throwing like combos 10,000 times? See, it's efficient. Those
Yeah.
3 hours are worth something now.
Yeah. There you go. I mean, if you really want your roundhouse kick to look good, do it a fuckload. That's my opinion.
See,
I think
imagine the guy.
that works with like exercising too. Like whatever muscle you want to get big, you just do that all the time.
Like in terms of motivation, like if Bruce Lee says like fear the dude that did one kick 10,000 times, imagine a guy that does like 10,000 moves 10,000 times. That's that guy's training. It's like supersonic level if you do that all in like in a day.
Yeah, I mean, in a day that'd be a lot because that's like 1 second, and you're just going.
You're
But
like an
it's like
anime
that
character.
Taekwondo, like da 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 da, like pow 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 pow.
Dude, I hate one steps.
Yeah,
The one where you like your partner punches and then they stay there and then you start going at it, doing combinations.
yeah.
Garbage. That's one of the gripes I have with like Taekwondo.
Is what
Old school and new school.
that that like one step sparring stuff you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
You don't do that in karate, do you?
We do call sparring, but it's like, well, the thing is, my dojo is different. Like, if you go to a regular karate dojo, it's you're gonna see some shit. That's all I'm gonna say.
What am I gonna see?
You're
What
gonna
do you mean?
see dodgeball.
Oh,
You're
okay.
gonna see some fucking big guy who's has a hairy chest and he doesn't even look like he could do a pull up. You'll see see a bunch of shit.
No, you're right. You're right. That's
Um,
also a thing you should watch out for when you're looking for a dojo.
yeah, what I
Is
just
what
described.
the
Look out for that. Because when I was looking for dojos, I went into one like that. And he also said, yeah, you pay like $200 a month and you can come Tuesdays and Thursdays. And I was like,
garbage.
are you shitting me? Yeah, you should look for a dojo that lets you come in pretty much as much as you want.
Yeah.
But what was it? What
Like
was I saying
a
before?
dojo should have a set schedule for when their kids would come in, but if you're
Yeah,
coming in for another day, I mean, you should be allowed to
yeah,
like
you
at
should be
least
allowed
watch.
to come in, like whatever. But oh yeah, karate does that once. It's called call sparring though, and it's for
Okay.
like training like a block. But like you don't stand there and just. It's like you do. They're gonna come in and do a move, and you're gonna block that move.
Okay.
It's like very basic sparring. It's like to get you used to blocking certain techniques. It's for like kids and like the basics of sparring, pretty much.
Yeah.
Just blocking stuff. So, but yeah, that's what we do. Now
Would you
next up,
consider Okay, yeah.
go ahead.
Next up, oh man. So we talk about how Taekwondo has its apparent and very clear flaws,
Right,
no matter if it was old school and new school.
right,
And then we talked about picking or avoiding a bad dojo.
right.
So we have a couple things we can talk about. We can talk about if another style is garbage, or
If another
we can
style is
talk
going,
about
I'm not gonna
intensity.
name that style. Um, sure. What was the intensity in your dojo? I don't know if you call it a dojo in Korea.
I think it's called a dojang,
A dojang
but because we were in America, we just called it a studio.
studio. Yeah,
The
it's common.
intensity for that one, my grandmaster, he was I don't know how I didn't notice before, but he was relatively famous, and he met presidents, man.
What was his name?
Grandmaster Jong H. Lee, and he was the president of the World Taekwondo Aerobic Federation or something.
All right.
And that was legit. He did only old school though, and he kind of hated what Taekwondo was in the Olympics.
Oh,
So like he made a point in doing power kicks and rear leg fighting.
mm-hmm.
Lots of spins, lots of power, lots of rotation, and like he always emphasized, don't punch because your legs are better than your hands. And I was like, okay, that makes sense.
John
But
Lee.
yeah, I couldn't find him on Wikipedia either. But like that man's legit.
Joe Rogan's talking about a John Lee. Don't know if it's the same guy. So yeah, just throwing power. It's basically what he taught you. Well, why didn't he want you to use your hands?
Hmm. I don't know. I don't know what he was trying to teach me. I feel like it was because the leg is naturally a longer weapon to use than your hands, you know?
Right. Is that
And
why you
when
went to boxing?
yeah, I wanted to get used to using my hands afterwards, but even then I started resorting to using my legs whenever I did like a sparring match with my friend.
Right. It's just
Like
easier
not
because
boxing wise, but like MMA.
yeah, the leg is so much harder to train than the arm to do shit.
Oh yeah.
So like when you have some like people don't really like they don't really like training it for kicks like especially like very flexible kicks and feints with kicks. So if you get somebody who's like not used to that and but you are, it's just kind of out of nowhere.
Kind of like that time I went and fought against a Tang Sudo dojo, and they pride themselves on like generality, like, oh yeah, we're 50-50 hands and feet. And then I went there with 100% feet, and I kind of beat them relatively easily.
Nice.
So
Sounds
I
good.
guess there is merit to training and specializing in one category.
Yeah. I mean, boxers, you want to go near their hands, man. I don't want to go near Mike Tyson's
Yeah,
hands.
Mike Tyson would kill me. We both weigh the same.
You weigh the
Back in
same
his
as Mike
prime.
Tyson.
Yeah, I weigh the same as Mike Tyson. Actually, you know what?
Was he
I might look
200
up
back then? Fuck, dude. Dude,
Tyson
he was ripped.
prime
Do
weight.
you think he was on roids?
Tyson?
Yeah.
To keep up his insane training? I don't know.
Do you think he's on roids now as a 50-year-old
Mm,
man
that's
who's
actually pretty
looking
good.
pretty,
Looking
pretty
at him,
jacked?
I feel like more of it's muscle memory from what he did when he was younger.
Right.
So I don't
Could
think
be.
he's on roids.
Could be, yeah.
I think he's
He might be on
100%.
TRT.
Never mind, Tyson's 18 more pounds than I am. He would sock me.
Shit.
Who do you think would punch harder, Tyson or Bruce Lee?
Whoever weighs more.
Tyson.
Yeah. Bruce Lee's got speed. The thing is, like, Bruce Lee never got to, what was he, like 20 when he died? 28 or some shit?
I think it was 30 something.
30?
I don't know.
So, like, I feel like there wasn't modern kind of exercise knowledge back then. So it wasn't really like bulking. I feel
Yeah.
like if Bruce Lee bulked to like a buck 80 and he punched
Nah,
somebody,
I feel like
he would fucking fly them across the ring.
he prided himself on speed, and he dedicated all of his intense and dynamic training to just like attaining a physique that did so much speed.
Right.
It was powerful as hell.
It
Because
was
I don't
pretty
know, I'm
fast.
looking at these facts. I
I
don't
feel like
know
speed can
these.
only get you so far though.
Huh?
Can only get you so far though. I think
Yeah,
speed.
that's true.
You
Like I'm
get
looking at
drag.
all these superhuman feats that Bruce Lee did. Apparently, he slapped a dude so hard. that he flew across the room and dislocated his shoulder.
What website is this? So I've
Um,
seen some of these feats and I know some of them are bullshit.
he can do 51 arm chin ups. Hang on. I'm
51
looking at
arm
the.
chin ups.
Let's look on ChinaWhisper.com.
If it's a Chinese website, I call bullshit immediately. They're trying propaganda.
I don't know. It's completely in English. Um,
Okay.
let's see what we got. He broke
ChineseWhisper.com.
he broke 45 kilos of a sandbag with a sidekick.
I could see that. 45 kilos, what is that, 90 pounds?
I think so.
100 pounds?
100-ish. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know 100 kilos is more than 200.
Yeah, I could see that. I would call possible on that.
Possible, possible.
Possible.
Hit out the strength of 1,600 pounds with nunchucks.
I don't know what that means.
So, like, you know a boxer's punch, right?
Yeah, okay.
Man, how strong is a boxer's punch?
So basically he did 13 or 1,600 pounds of square force with
He did
nunchucks.
1,600 pounds of force, and the average heavyweight boxer can throw a punch between 1,200 to 1,700.
All right, I can see that. That's possible. That's really
Okay.
possible, especially with nunchucks.
Yeah,
And you're
because you
like
have,
whipping
that
that shit.
momentum and leverage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He can punch 9 times in just 1 second.
Uh, yeah, it's pretty fast. I think a
His
boxers can. I've seen boxers who can do that too.
Yeah, because they kind of minimize that range so they can punch more.
Yeah,
I've seen Prius do that pretty fast.
yeah.
His 1 inch punch could spring 75 kilogram opponent 5 to 6 meters away.
5 to 6 meters.
Yeah, that's like 2, 3 people, right? Like in terms of length, 2 average sized men.
I don't know. Yeah, I think an average sized guy is 2 meters, dude.
Yeah.
So that's like it's like three
Hold on, two
guys.
meters is actually pretty tall.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's an
Yeah,
NBA dude.
1.8 meters is like average, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, 2 meters is 6.5 feet.
Oh shit. Um. Yeah.
So that means
So
6 meters is
So what
like
is that? 36 feet? He's throwing somebody with a 1 inch punch?
probably.
I don't know. I doubt that.
We're not good at math. I don't know. I'm okay.
Yeah, I
I
doubt.
don't want to think about numbers.
I doubt that. 36 feet with a 1 inch punch. I probably has been like the video of him doing that is there, but it looked kind of dramatized. I don't know if it was dramatized or not. Because you
He
always
could.
know in martial arts performances, you kind of it's a performance, you know.
That's true. So people might exaggerate
Yeah, they
the
might
step back.
like a little bit. Like you'll feel power, but it's not like it's fake, but it's like not like it's fucking, Shang-Chi. Still haven't seen that movie.
Dude,
But
Shang-Chi, that movie was bomb, dude.
dude,
I love that
I gotta
movie.
watch it.
I would recommend watching it like 5 times, bro. That's what I did. I
I'll
watched it
probably
like
watch it
five
five
times.
times. I watched Batman recently.
Batman was pretty fun to
I didn't
watch.
know it was a 3 hour fucking movie.
Me neither.
I would go in with the theater with my
Something's
buddy.
in the way.
Oh yeah, freaking everybody plays Nirvana now on TikTok. And when I go with my buddy, it's like an hour and a half in. It's
Yeah.
like hour and a half. I'm like, all right, might be wrapping up soon. And it's like 2 hours. I'm like, shit. I look over to him. I was
Bro,
like,
when you
dude,
think the
this
movie's
movie is
over,
pretty fucking long. He's like, dude,
yeah.
it's 3 hours. I'm like, we watching Lord of the Rings here? What the fuck is this? It's like two plot lines in the movie. It was a good movie though.
I
I
really
liked it.
want to see a Batman training session. The traditional, like, I'm
Yeah,
grinding
yeah.
man meat in
I'm
my body.
grinding man meat.
Another Bruce Lee feat. He can easily put one finger into an unopened can of Coke at a time when cans were made of steel.
like like a finger punch.
I think so.
Yeah. I know he trained those in like his daily regimen
Yeah. I
on a
mean, for a guy
on a
that,
punching bag. Like he did like
yeah,
100 finger punches or some shit. Like
like when
fucking
he can do
crazy.
2 finger push ups and he has
Yeah.
better form than everybody else that tries it, like nowadays, I can believe it.
Yeah, yeah, I could see that. Steel. I mean, it's
Oh
obviously
yeah,
not pure steel. It's not like a fucking 10-pound can. It's still like foil, I think, back then. But I could see it. It's not like a
another
safe.
thing. uh, Lee could hit out the heavy fist of 350 pounds. The boxing champion Muhammad Ali. What is this with this English? So I think
It's Chinese whisper,
he.
man.
But yeah, I did see a recording of this where Lee was punching a heavy bag that was 350 pounds, and Muhammad Ali was doing the same amount, but there was like a 130-pound difference in weight. So
Yeah,
Ali was like 260, and then
yeah,
Lee was like 130 at the time. I saw them work in the bag. I saw Tyson work the same bag, and Bruce Lee hits.
dude. I believe it, man. That's how you gotta train too when you're like a smaller guy. You gotta like just push yourself to like that fucking insane level of your
That
like
man
just
was a
push your
physical
strength.
specimen.
Yeah, it's honestly he probably has pretty good genetics too, but
Nah, man, I feel like he's pushing through his shit genetics.
you think so?
I think so,
Yeah.
because I'm doing the same thing.
I mean, yeah, I guess the same, but one of my
Bruce Lee would
grandfather
probably.
was pretty strong, so that's where I attribute most of my genetics to.
All right. Another fact: he could kick 6 times during 1 second.
Uh,
Kicks are hard. As a Taekwondo guy, doing that
yeah.
many kicks, I can probably cap out at like three.
If he doesn't put his foot down,
Yeah.
I can see it. Like if he does like a super foot kind of thing,
Oh yeah.
maybe I can
He's
see
pulling a
it.
Bill Wallace.
Yeah, he's just keeping that leg up there and just ba da 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 da. They're probably not. They probably don't have any power. I mean, they probably still have like some power, but they're not like super strong. They're probably just
That's.
like jabs.
Oh shoot. Yeah. Look at this. His signature move, skip sidekick, could kick a 200-pound guy with safeguard armor into the sky.
Into the sky.
Into the sky. The guy flew 20 meters away and fell into the swimming pool.
The
Then again, it is a push.
skipping sky sidekick is pretty powerful. I do it all the time on the bag just to look cool, and the fucking
But
thing
bro,
flies, dude.
20 meters, man.
Yeah, what is that like? I gotta do the math again. It's like 10 times 60 feet. It's like 60
20
feet.
meters to feet. That's 65 feet.
Yeah. Uh, uh, how big is the guy? 200 pounds?
Yeah,
I don't.
with
I don't.
safeguard armor.
Yeah, I don't. I don't know. I don't think so.
Cap.
The dude probably like was stepping back a lot too. I'm gonna be honest, or he wasn't in the strongest stance.
Yeah.
Like if you're in a front stance, probably not. But if you're like your feet are side to side,
When you look at the demonstrations, you're not doing like a front stance or a horse stance
yeah,
or
no.
any
Well,
back
that's on
stance.
it's on purpose, you know.
Yeah. They're
Because
just
if you're in a
stand there.
front stance, it's gonna be harder to move you than a stance where your feet are just like, or you're just standing,
Yeah.
shoulder width. So
Let's see. Data shows that Lee could do around 1,500 push-ups with both hands, 400 for one hand, and 200 for two fingers, and 100 for one thumb.
one fucking thumb.
Okay, I'll believe that.
I can
That
barely
man
do
was
100
pretty.
with two hands.
Man's ripped as fuck.
He is pretty
Man's
ripped.
conditioned.
He
Dude,
is.
he has rippling muscles and he's relatively small, but he's condensed, dude.
Yeah.
That strength is
Dude,
insane.
he has like the fucking biggest. He has like the lat spread of like fucking Arnold.
He
His
has
lat
wings, he can
spread is
fly in them.
nuts.
Dude, he's born to like swim in the water.
Yeah,
He's so aerodynamic.
I know, right?
He's like a manta ray.
He just does. He just does a lat spread when he dives into the water. Just cuts through everything.
I was thinking about it. Like he'll do his like the traditional lat spread and just like he uses his elbows to paddle himself,
Oh god.
race against like sharks or something. Lee once kicked the 135-kilo sandbag to the ceiling about 5 meters. That's still kind of high.
If it's on a chain, you could do it.
Yeah,
He's not picking it up and fucking kicking it.
it's true, true. And I think I've seen videos of him kicking a custom-made like heavy sandbag,
Yeah,
and
I've seen
like
it
he's
too.
just rocketing that. So
Yeah, that thing is
that's
pretty
bad.
fucking big. That
I'll
sandbag.
I'll believe that for sure.
Yeah.
Lee could take 32 kilos of a dumbbell in one hand, stretch his arm, and remain at that level for 20 seconds.
What do you mean
Lee could
stretch
also
his
hold a
arm?
57-kilogram barbell straight out.
57 kilogram barbell straight out.
32
So
kilograms is
basically,
actually,
you're holding like a front delt, front
yeah.
raise.
Man, he also did I'm not even sure if it was a lat raise or a front raise, but either way, that's insane.
57 kilos is like, yeah, 2.2. It's like 120 pounds or something. 115 pounds. Um, I don't know. I think that's, I don't know.
125, that's almost as much as he weighs.
That's, that's iffy for me, to be honest. That's a lot of fucking weight.
Yeah.
That's,
And for the final fact, Lee fought 300 times in unarmed combat all his life and never was defeated. He knocked down his opponents in like
pretty
5
sure,
seconds,
pretty
which
sure
was,
that Gene guy who's that judo guy choked him out.
I don't know. I saw a movie on it and I was like, okay, this
Yeah.
ain't bad. Also, read this real quick. I'm put this in topics, but
All right.
this is exactly what the site said, and I had
Fight
trouble
300
trying to.
times. All right. Jesus Christ, the English is pretty bad.
I'm telling
Lee
you, bro.
fight 300 times in unarmed combat in all his life and never be defeated. He knocked down opponent in just 5 seconds, which was the most quick once. Wow. I mean, we
Nice.
definitely know our sources here. These are some. These are some fucking, these are some reputable sources right here, Josh or John.
I don't know, man. It's China Whisper.
Fuck. God
Very
damn.
legit.
The hell are you able
China's
to read
trustworthy.
this shit?
I live with immigrant parents.
That's true. Um,
See,
yeah, I don't know. That one's iffy. I'm pretty sure he's lost at least. He has to have lost at least once
I think he
in
lost a
unarmed
couple in his beginning years, at least in his beginning
combat in all his life.
years.
Yeah,
Reading that kind of gave me an aneurysm. It was interesting.
yeah. Unarmed combat in all his life, for all his life, I guess. They mean. Um,
Let's
300
look for one.
fights. I don't know. I think they're
300 is a
just
lot.
adding. I think they're adding like sparring sessions too,
Yeah.
like in the
I doubt
dojo,
like
which doesn't
300
really.
people came at him in the street.
Yeah, he's not doing 300 fucking blood sport comites. Yeah, that fucking movie they made.
Masoyama did a 300-man kumite, and he was pretty ballin'.
Who was that?
Masoyama,
Yeah.
the founder of Kyokushin Karate, and he's intense. I feel like we should save a conversation of him later, but if you want to
Alright.
talk about him now, it's
No, we'll
it's
save it so I could
fire.
research him.
Okay.
Not be talking out me ash.
But
Alright.
just seeing the intensity of regular like Kyokushin Karate practitioner, like the average guy,
Yeah.
like you just imagine how hardcore the founder was.
Dude, honestly, it's pretty interesting now. How do you think Bruce Lee died?
How do I think he died?
Yeah.
I think he fucked up his back, and then he took like two types of different drugs and
Well, he
fucked
fucked
himself
up
up.
his back initially, like
Yeah,
like 8 years ago, before he died.
he fucked up his back in 2014.
No, 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 no. 8 years before he. It's because I was reading this great English in this article.
Okay.
Like it was like a while before he died. He fucked up his back the first time. It was before he was like even a movie star. It was right when he was making the book.
Oh, okay.
He fucked up his back doing a Good Morning. He did like a 300 pound Good Morning or some crazy shit like that.
Yeah.
And then like, of course the fucking discs probably sprayed out to his fucking skin.
Yeah, it's when something like that,
He
if you
was
don't have
in
proper form, then
yeah.
you're gonna bite it,
He was in
even if
the
you're strong.
hospital for like 6 months, and they didn't know if he was gonna walk again.
And
So that's
lo
when
and
he,
behold, he's
that,
doing movies.
that's when he made the book, his book, the Tao of the Jeet Kune Do.
Regardless, even
Did he?
without the good mornings, he was still superhuman. So
Yeah. Did did he fuck up his back before he died? I thought he just took like some sleeping tablets, like fucking Michael Jackson. And then that's
what?
that's what I thought happened to him. Dude, I haven't read the fucking article in forever.
The fact that you said it like that was.
I thought it was like a similar situation.
Yeah, no, I think it is. That was correct. I think he took.
Like he had an allergic reaction to some medication he took.
Yeah,
But people
I
think
don't
like
think it's as magical as other people think.
people think that he got assassinated by the
The try
Chinese,
it.
yeah, the triads.
San Francisco is hardcore,
Is it really?
or maybe it's the Hong Kong triads. I don't know.
I don't know, man. And then they're saying like, well, they didn't want him to teach kung fu to white people. It's like that was the masters. That wasn't the fucking triads. I'm pretty sure the triads couldn't give a shit.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I really doubt that the triads would give a shit. I think they would actually love it if Bruce Lee was just like doing his movie star shit.
Yeah.
People are trying to be like him. Makes managing Chinatown a lot easier.
Yeah, right. Get everybody doing kung fu.
The Masters, though. Oh man, you ever saw Ip Man 4?
Yeah, I've seen all of them.
Just like that. It's
I
just
think I
like
was
that.
drunk when I saw that one. And I had this guy next to me. He was like really into martial arts, so I showed them some stuff. They're like,
Yeah.
dude. So the whole time, this whole movie, he would not stop fucking talking, dude. He's like, dude, can you do that? Can you do that, dude? He's just like, oh my god, like, dude, he's like freaking out over it, man. Four. He's like
He was
asking me if
nutting.
I could do any of those moves he was doing,
Yeah, man, he
and
was
I'm just
nutting,
like,
dude.
Jesus Christ, I need to get the fuck out of here.
The Wing Chun moves are great because I've trained Wing Chun before, and the cinematic stuff with it is pretty good. Without the wire work, it's practical.
Yeah.
With the wire work, not so much.
Like throwing people all over the place. Nah,
There
Wing
was
Chun's cool. It's just like nobody uses like the elbow. Like use
okay.
your elbow more. Use some elbow strikes.
Here's my hot take on Wing Chun.
Yeah.
The martial art itself is good, but everybody that practices it is actually garbage.
Dude, I agree. It's just fucking stupid.
It's
Dude,
very rare to find somebody that can actually apply it outside of there's
the
I don't know,
man
kung fu
shit.
studio.
Yeah. Do they do kicks in Wing Chun from
They do
wherever you
low
do it?
kicks.
Low kicks. Yeah, it's basically like Muay Thai then. Just use your elbows, straight punches, low kicks, you know?
Yeah.
Get your boxing stance. A lot of things carry over, man. But no,
In
people just
terms of
think it's gonna be
practicality,
fucking It Man.
here's the thing. In terms of practicality, I would rate Wing Chun as an overall kung fu style,
Yeah.
like 1 out of 10. 10 being like you can definitely apply this outside. I give it like a 5.
Okay. I thought you
Like
was
it's not
gonna rate it 1 out of 10.
no, like it's absolutely garbage. No, I'm just kidding. It's not absolute garbage. It's like half garbage.
Half garbage. What would you rate all of Kung Fu?
All of kung fu,
Yeah.
the fact that kung fu is like an umbrella term for like different
There's like a
styles,
million
it's
styles.
hard. There's a million. White Crane, which is like
She
what
founded.
karate's based off of.
Yeah, well, she did Wing Chun too.
Yeah, let's see. I would say White Crane would be a solid 6 or 7 out of 10.
6 or 7 out of 10.
Wing Chun still stays at 5. Any animal style that's not like Tiger Fist.
What about toad boxing?
What the fuck is that?
It's when you hop around like a toad and fucking punch
You're
people.
talking about Kung Fu Hustle type stuff?
No, this is an actual style in Shaolin Temple.
Okay, let me toad
I mean, they
boxing.
don't use it. It's kind of just like for the knowledge. Like honestly, Shaolin Temple guys, like they strike pretty good, man. Like they look like
Oh
MMA
shoot.
guys striking.
Yeah,
They
I'm
wear
looking
like
at it
boxing
right now.
gloves and shit.
Okay, so what I can see from Toad Boxing is that it's strictly acrobatic. So
Yeah.
as a practical martial arts form, 3 out of 10.
It is cool though. It's cool to look
Yeah,
at. Uh, nah, dude, those Shaolin guys. I look up to those Shaolin guys. They're fucking nuts.
animal styles in terms of like good martial arts, I would rate them 3 out of 10. Tiger style, stay
Tiger
like
style.
a
You know,
6, 7.
you know the first karate class I took. It was at the Y, and I was in like fourth grade,
Yeah.
and they taught us that if anybody throws a punch at you, to like go
Like,
flat on the floor,
oh my god.
like like go prone on
Yeah,
the
because
floor.
if you
And it's
do
like
that, they
if
can't
he's
punch.
gonna attack you, you go flat on the floor. You'll duck anything. It's like all right. And then they told me to get up and do a tiger palm. Shit.
Can you can you duck under a low kick?
Nah, especially or an axe kick. They fucking axe kicked me in the back of my head,
God,
curb stomp me.
oh man. As a guy that teaches in the YMCA,
That was the first
I would
experience I
not.
had martial arts. Then they told me I need to pay $100 for a white belt. My mom was like, "Yeah, fuck this."
How many people were in there?
Oh, it was like 20 kids.
Oh shoot, they brainwashed.
Yeah, I mean, I got out of it pretty quickly, so.
Yeah, it's a good thing too. You ended up being a karate champ. Shoot, what
I,
other kung fu styles do you think would be garbage?
I don't really know a lot of kung fu styles. I'm gonna be honest here. I'll say
Yeah,
the most practical one, because I didn't really look at the other ones that weren't practical. The most practical one I'll say is whatever the fuck those Shaolin monks are learning, because they're nasty, dude. They do a lot of
see, they're
the
everything.
forms and acrobatics,
Yeah,
but they
it's not like they pick
they're
one
they're
style.
yeah, their
Yeah,
fighting is pretty fucking good, and their
yeah.
weapons is insane. Like I don't want to go anywhere near that those guys with dual whips. So fuck you up with dual whips, man.
It's
Bless you.
all good. So, in terms of like the Shaolin guys, the reason why I would respect them is that they would train so hard to make something impractical practical.
Yeah, dude, they go like they're like the realest martial artists out there, I think, right now, because they go every
Warrior
fucking day
monks.
since they're kids. Yeah, warrior monks.
Warrior monks, not like the actual
Not
Buddhist
like the
monks.
actual Buddhist monks. I mean,
Like they live
they're
in
all
the same
Buddhist, but
place.
yeah,
They're all Buddhists, but like one kicks ass and one prays all the time.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, they're like the realest ones because they
Yeah,
literally train every day, nonstop since they're like kids
yeah. Who would know
for all
Shaolin more
day.
than a Shaolin monk? You know?
Yeah, dude, I had a book and I read all about this. One of the first Americans to go over there back in like the 80s or 90s or
Yeah,
some shit and like train with them.
yeah.
Dude, there's this one monk and this is when they still fucking did iron crotch. This guy would drag fucking boulders, man, with his balls.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, dude. There's a picture of him dragging a whole sled of rocks
You gotta send that
with his
to me.
wang. And then the caption was all the ladies love like Liu Chan or whatever the hell his name was. It's fucking hilarious.
That's funny, man.
Yeah.
What the hell? With
But
his
they're
way.
like nat like they still practice like the iron forearm techniques and all that kind of shit. Just break fucking wood with their forearms. They're just so calloused and bone density is so high.
Yeah.
Dude, that's cool shit. Just doing that shit over and over again so your bone density's super fucking high to just break through shit. I think that's pretty cool.
It is.
Even Muay Thai does it. Like they have their shin bone density so high that they can literally cut down banana trees with their fucking legs.
There is a kung fu series I want to recommend to you. It's like Fight Quest, but it's only for kung fu.
Fucking Fight Quest.
You remember Fight Quest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they kind of sucked half the time to be honest.
Not gonna lie, this one's might be better.
All right. I actually like Fight
Called
Quest though.
Yeah. This one's called Kung Fu Quest.
Oh fuck me.
There's only 2 seasons, but like
Okay.
it's very informative.
Kung Fu Quest. What's it about? They just go around China learning all the styles.
Yeah, they also went into Mongolia to learn Mongolian wrestling.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Didn't even know
and
Mongolia
for
had a wrestling. Can I learn that?
yeah,
Thing is about me, I want to learn. I don't know what you want to learn, but for grappling, I want to learn something that's not Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. I don't know why. I
I
just want
want
to
to
be.
learn
I want to be
strictly
different.
judo.
Yeah. Judo's
I just want
mostly. It's mostly throws though, right?
yeah, that's why I like him. I don't like hitting people. I like hitting people with other stuff, like a
Nice.
planet. You know,
The planet.
like what's the better thing to hit somebody with? The planet.
The fucking planet, man. Yeah, judo's cool. They also have Japanese jiu-jitsu.
That one's like traditional, and I kind of dislike it.
I I haven't really seen much about it. I was just trying to research it. So apparently that's where they got Brazilian jiu-jitsu, was Japanese jiu-jitsu and judo. That
Yeah.
they just combined with like some wrestling stuff. From what I hear,
It's all word of mouth right now.
word of mouth. So maybe I'll try this Mongolian wrestling, man. That seems pretty cool. Those people are
Dude,
pretty hardy.
dude, everybody from Mongolia, they do very well in sumo wrestling.
Do they?
Yeah, it's kind of scary.
They're all fucking descended from Genghis Khan, man. So, like, I think 2% of them are. I think that's an actual fact.
How did Genghis Khan die? I think he died like a Chad.
Probably like old age. Probably from fucking too much, dude.
That I think, yeah, I think that was it. I think that was it right there. That was like an
Like
actual
syphilis.
his actual death. Like he died from like banging a chick and then getting drunk and then choking on his own wine.
Man, what a fucking legend
He's a
that guy
fucking shit,
is.
dude. And just to remove the fact that he was a sexual fiend and he raped like half of China.
Oh yeah.
Remove that fact, and he's actually kind of cool.
Yeah. Have you heard of this Mongolian throat singing? You ever hear of the Who?
Yeah,
They're
no, I
pretty
was
fucking
obsessed with them
good,
for a whole month.
dude. Yeah. I was obsessed with them when I was lifting like heavy weight, just because it just gets you amped.
Yeah, dude, Mongolian wrestling goes hard. I think another type of modern kung fu is inspired by it, like Sanda.
I've heard of
Sanda
it.
is
I
like
don't know much
Chinese
about it.
kickboxing, but their base is taking all the useful stuff from every Chinese martial arts style, and it actually looks a lot
Looks a
more
lot better.
sound than Muay Thai, to be fair, or
Oh,
modern Muay Thai at least.
all right,
It's good.
all right.
Sanda as a style, I would rate it like
Eight out
8.5.
of 10. Let's rate all the styles. Let me pull up a. You have a list of martial arts styles
Yeah, let's look them up right now.
before we head out of here. The next 10 minutes or so. List of 180 martial arts styles. All right, let's do this. All right, you ready?
Oh, from Black Belt Wiki.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
gonna see how far we get on
Oh
this.
shoot. Okay, okay. Here we go.
Aikido is the first one.
2 out of 10.
I would rate it less, dude.
You
I
rated
would I
less.
would give it a 1. I'd give it a point
A
0.5.
1.
Yeah.
I don't know. The Aikido that focuses on like traditional Japanese weapons, I'd give that
Oh,
like a
Japanese
solid.
weapons. All right.
Yeah, this
That
is like
one, sure. But
okay.
the joint locks on your wrist, it's hard to get those, I think.
That's true. I
Aiki
still keep
Ju
that too.
Aiki Jiu-Jitsu.
Oh my god.
What the fuck? Is it?
I think I saw there's a place near me that does that right there, and I never see anybody learning it.
Yeah,
So
what? It's just like Aikido with
maybe it's too.
Jiu-Jitsu. Yeah, let's give it a.
I'll keep it. I'll just keep it at 2.
I'll give it a 2 as
2's
well. All right, American Kempo or
okay. Just
Kenpo
because
Karate.
I saw the perfect weapon, and I'd give it a solid 4 out of 10.
I was gonna say 4. I give this style a 4. Most of the time. Granted, whoever's listening to this is most of the time for this style. There are
You want to skip
outliers.
the ones that we don't know?
Yeah. There are
Okay.
outliers who are a lot more practical for a lot of these styles. So don't take this to heart if anybody practices this stuff.
This is just our heavy opinion.
Yeah. For 70% of the people who do this.
No.
All right. Do you know anything about this Angampora?
I do not.
Okay, skip it. Uh, Jesus Christ.
I'll rock
The
you, dude.
8 trigram palm.
Oh, that one's actually really good.
That's a fucking Naruto move, dude.
Yeah, exactly. I would actually, because if you do it right, if you
Yeah.
do it right,
Circle
I
walking.
would. That's actually pretty high on my list because I was actually planning to learn that.
Are you really?
Yeah, I would give that a high like 7.5.
7.5. All right. I gotta research it though, but we'll take your word for it. Alrighty. Let's see what we got here. Bajutsu, focused on military equestrianism. So that's a
And you need
Japanese
a
martial
horse. You
art
need
with
a horse for
horses.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have a horse, I would say
Why don't we just
high 7.5. If you don't have a horse, 0.
All right, well, so we should still go over some of these styles and just still give like our base opinion on the description, like our base rating.
Okay,
All right, all right. I would rate that. I would give you the same rating that you gave.
okay. With and
Uh,
without the horse.
yeah. All right, Bakam, also known as Vakon, is a Peruvian martial art that combines jiu-jitsu with street fighting. It's
Okay. If
designed for survival in
holy
the
shit.
slums of Peru. That honestly
Okay,
sounds
just
pretty
because of that.
badass.
Just because of that, I give that like a 7.
I'll also give that a 7. Baji Quan, Chinese martial arts style that's famous for its explosive power and elbow strikes.
I saw a lot of documentaries on it, and I've seen it in action. I'd give that a high like 9.
High 9. Wow.
High 9.
Wow. Do they do
That's
hooks
also
in
one of
that style?
hooks.
Like hook punches?
Yeah.
Okay. I also rated an 8. I'll rate it an 8. Because I don't know anything about it, so I'm just going to be safe. Um, Bondo. No idea. We don't have anything about this.
They
All
just
we
say
know is
it's the
it's
southeast.
Southeast Asian. Yeah.
Yeah.
Skip it. Bartitsu.
This is the gentleman's martial art.
This is the English
Documentary on
martial art that combines boxing, cane fighting, and some jiu-jitsu.
that. 6.5.
Apparently, Sherlock Holmes was a fictional master of Bartitsu.
Yeah.
I'll give that a 7. If you have a cane, if you don't have a cane, I'll give you a 5. Irish stick fighting. Bataricht. I have no idea how to say that.
Because it has a
Bataricht.
stick, it's a martial art based off of stick fighting, so maybe like a high 7. If you don't have a stick, 4.
All right. What about? Oh, there's Mongolian wrestling right here.
Oh
Bok.
yeah.
Bok.
Yeah.
Bok.
10.
10.
10 right there.
I'll say 9. I want to be safe.
It's Mongols, bro.
All right. 9.5. Budokan Karate.
What is Budokan karate?
Never heard of it. It's Malaysian karate though. Founded by Chu Chu Suit.
If I'm basing it off of American karate, 4.5.
All right. Budokan is a hybrid system that combines martial arts with yoga.
We fit
Based
trainer.
off based off that, I'm gonna give it a 5
Uh,
because I don't know how yoga is gonna play into fucking fighting.
flexibility maybe. So
Yeah, maybe flexibility,
4.5.
but that's like in every martial art. There's stretches to do for that. All right. What is this? Bajuka.
Oh my god.
Bajuka
The
Joe.
name. Bajuka.
Self-defense system focused on grappling strikes to opponents' vital areas.
Okay, yeah.
Alright. It depends on how
Anything
close they
that's
go to vital, though. Like, if
nah
it's
like
like stopping your heart, nah. But if it's like a
I
liver
think
punch, then yeah.
the vague stuff like Master Wong on YouTube telling you to grab somebody's nut
Fucking
for
Master
self
Wong.
defense. Yeah, that's a I would rate that like a 7. Just for as a self defense system.
Okay. Bojutsu. Alright, so Bojutsu is literally just it's
I'll
karate.
rate that the same as the Irish stick fighting, which is like
Yeah,
7 with the stick.
it's just using a bow staff. But it's karate. It's the
4 without
karate
a
use
stick.
of a bow staff.
Yeah.
Bokatar.
Oh, that
Never
one's
heard of
actually
it.
kind of nice. In terms of its similarity to
Cambodian.
ancient Muay Thai,
Alright.
then I would give it to like 7.5.
All right. Boxing,
7.
6.
True, true.
It's only
Depends
punches.
though.
It's
Is
only
it
punches,
old
man.
boxing? Is it old, like old style, like without weight classes?
I don't know.
If it's new stuff, 6.5. If it's
Okay.
old school, 7.5.
All right. All right. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
We all know about that. I mean, like, I'd say it's overrated personally.
Yeah,
I
I don't
went
think
to
it's
a
as
couple
good as
places.
it really is. It's a good ground style, but like some of the
You still
dojos
haven't
teaching it
figured
aren't
out how to.
aren't great. Yeah.
Yeah, like, come on, man. You can't just grapple somebody that just does cartwheels over you like fucking the Gracie Hunter. And like, here's a
uh,
low kick to you.
I'll say
So yeah,
7, 7.5, 7.5.
6.5 for me.
Okay.
It's worth
Bujitsu is the Japanese martial art of the samurai. So I think that's
it.
just combining Aikido with karate
Yeah.
and that horse equestrian one. So like,
Because it's so generalized,
yeah,
5.
yeah, yeah. Baton, the martial art from Bangladesh, focuses on meditation, self-defense, and weapons.
I don't want to focus on mediation.
Oh, mediation. They forgot a T. Fucking
Oh man, like,
mediation.
is it
Maybe
is
it
it
could be
me?
mediation.
Is it media like self control?
It could be like diffusing situations.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
actually kind of important. 6.
Byakuren Kaiken. Japanese martial art focused on full contact sparring. This style originated out of Shoriji Kempo.
Oh, so it's based
Shorinji,
off of the Japanese take on Shaolin Kung Fu,
right?
and because it's focused on
And
full
it's full
contact
contact
sparring,
sparring.
I would give that a high 8, 8.5.
I'll give it an 8. Catch wrestling.
Ah, yeah,
Oh
that's the
yeah,
Gracie Hunter's martial art. That's a high 8.5 for
that's a
me.
high 8 for me too. After seeing fucking Demetrius Johnson just jump up and put somebody in an armbar. All right. Can de combat is a French martial art. It's this of cane fighting.
Oh,
Nobody
dude,
uses canes anymore. I'm
yeah,
tired of this cane
0,
stuff. 5.
0,
0.
0
Capoeira.
without a cane. Oh
Capoeira is
man,
the acrobatic fluid Brazilian martial art.
fun to look at, very hard to apply. I've seen
Right,
it in UFC a couple times.
right.
6.5.
I'll give it a 6.
Mm-hmm.
Choi Li Foot or Califo is a substyle of kung fu that combines long and short range techniques.
I took a class on it, and I took a private class with it. 5,
I've
5
never,
and maybe
never
less.
even heard of this substyle. Chun Kook Do. Is this fucking Chuck Norris's? It is.
Yep, yep.
Chun Kook Do is a Korean American hybrid system.
Cuck.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know.
Just because of the name.
Started by Chuck Norris, and it was renamed to the Chuck Norris system 7 years ago.
I feel like that's his take on his response to Bruce Lee making Jeet Kune Do.
Jeet Kune Do.
So I would say
4, 5,
4. Yeah, that's also a 4 for me.
probably 5. It is Chuck
I'll keep
Norris.
my 4.
Combat Hapkido. Much greater
I'm
focus
intrigued.
on self-defense and grappling than traditional Hapkido.
Okay, so it's just a better Hapkido.
Yeah. Is Hapkido
Uh,
basically like, it's Korean, but it's like Aikido?
I don't know. From what I've seen, Hapkido does pressure
It's
point stuff.
okay. Yeah,
So the fact that this has self defense and grappling, I'll have to see what Hapkido is first.
right.
If
Hapkido,
Hapkido is
it's
a
like
solid
judo
3,
mixed with Aikido.
yeah.
That's what it
For me,
looks
I
like.
would do 3.5 for traditional Hapkido, and this would be 4.5.
All right. Yeah, I'll give it a 4. Ukrainian martial arts is combat hopak,
Pack? Hopak?
hopak. I don't know. Never seen anything about it. You
It's
can skip that.
is it
Oh
traditional?
fuck me! You want to see the one? You want to see my worst experience in a martial art? The style is coming up here in a second.
Okay. I guess I would rate combat Hopak like 6,
6. All right.
just because it's Ukrainian like military tradition.
I'll let you figure out this shit martial art I took. the class I went to. All right, Karita is a Australian Aboriginal martial art focused on wrestling.
Because it has
That's
wrestling,
fucking
I
cool,
would.
dude.
That's a high 7,
Yeah, I'll
7.5.
give that a 7 just because I haven't seen it. So, but if I, all right, this next one, Kong Nu. You're Vietnamese. Is that did I
Yeah,
pronounce that
but
right?
I'm not even sure because they don't have any accents on here.
Okay. American hybrid martial arts that combines elements from Shotokan, Aikido, Judo, Wing Chun, Vietnam, Tai Chi, and boxing.
You actually pronounced Vietnam pretty good.
Did
Um,
I?
yeah,
Nice.
that's actual like traditional Vietnamese. I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
Fuck, but this is actually kind of solid. I would give this a high
Well,
7.5.
guess what? This was the shit style I took.
Really?
Yeah.
All right,
At
give
least
me.
I think it was taught by bad people. I'm not gonna say the style was shit, but because dude, it's like we were getting taught by the sensei was a fucking orange belt, dude.
That's probably why.
Yeah. And then like I two black belts were there. It was me and the other guy that I knew over there who was gonna be on the podcast, but
Oh, man, that's
not yet.
funny. Where'd you
Yeah,
find this school?
it was at UC. It was at my college. It was at UCF, and
So it
it
was a
was the
club.
only karate club. Yeah, it was the only karate club, and we're like slamming the like they're basically teaching us like white belt katas. And honestly, I'll leave the story for when Julius ever if he ever comes on. But yeah,
Okay,
it was pretty bad.
sounds good. Sounds good.
We're running out of time here anyway. All right, Daido Juku Kudo.
Oh yeah, that's the one I was talking about. It's like a safer version of Kyokushin, but it offers more for sparring.
All right.
Basically it's gi. You're wearing a gi, and it's MMA.
All right.
So that's a high 9.5.
All right. All right. Let's see what we got. Daito Ru Aiki Jujutsu.
Oh yeah, that's just
Daito Aiki Jujutsu.
I saw a manga and how effective it is. I read a manga about it. I just
Japanese
give this
martial art focused on unarmed combat, throws, strikes to vital areas, joint locks.
it'll take a while for you to get good at it, so I just give it a 5.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Anytime I hear something with joint locks and strikes to vital areas,
You
it's
think
like,
Master Wall?
yeah, I think master like not even master wrong. It's like death punch shit, unless it's a
Death
liver
Wonder.
punch. Yeah. Alrighty. See any you see any you like want to talk about?
Okay. Let's see. So I see Dambe, which is like the next one.
Yeah.
African martial arts focus primarily on boxing, but it also uses kicking techniques.
So it's kickboxing.
That's basically kickboxing, right?
Yeah.
So 7.5.
All right, I'll give it a 7. Danzanru, an American hybrid form of jiu-jitsu. It is also known as Kodenkan.
She cut because it's like Americanized. 5. It's
5. Yeah, American stuff
like American
usually is
Taekwondo.
not the best. Defendo Alliance. European martial art focused on self-defense training.
Okay,
4.
it's realistic. It says because it's realistic.
Realistic
Seven
self-defense.
point five.
I give it a 4. So I feel like some of these self-defense things aren't the best.
Yeah, I think we're let's cut off from here. This is
There's
this is
a
eye
lot.
cancer for me just looking at this.
Oh yeah, this screen is like pure white. Oh dude, it has a bunch of kung fu styles down here. Oh my god, there's a lot of styles, dude.
Yeah,
I haven't heard of so many of these.
I heard. I don't know. Half of these I am familiar
There's
with.
taekwondo.
Oh no, that's a 1.
There's sumo. What do you rank sumo?
Oh shoot! Because of every practitioner has a shit ton of mass. Um, high 8.
Who do you think would win, the best sumo guy in the world or the mountain?
Alive or dead?
Dead. Both.
Dead.
Yeah, alive
Okay.
and dead. Whoever's the
Okay.
best.
I really think Thor would be a strong contender, but if he doesn't have any technique, he would get fucked.
So is sumo like it just pushes you out of the ring, right? Is there any like
Um, yeah, yeah. It's either you push somebody out or you make somebody touch the ground with anything that's not their feet.
okay. So what is like the is it like since you're going out of the ring, like is there a follow up in like a real life situation or is it just the sport that's
Wait, what do you mean?
like
Like,
so like if they teach it in the dojo, they're like, yeah, we pushing people out of the ring and then like if you ever needed to use this in real life, you would do this. You would just
oh
keep
yeah.
fucking you would just sit on them or
So
something.
I haven't seen any sumo wrestler get, in a confrontation outside. But in terms of technique, they really teach you how to stay on your feet. So all their stuff is dedicated to standing.
Right.
Anybody that uses jujitsu and tries to knock you down, they will probably not be successful.
Yeah.
Like
They
I've
do have a pretty strong foundation, looks
Yeah,
like.
I read this thing on Reddit. It was this jujitsu
Fucking
guy that
Reddit.
was competing against this American sumo, and this is an American sumo guy. It's not even professional, but he tried to take this guy down, and he couldn't even budge him. So
Yeah.
that
Man.
was fun.
Honestly, that maybe like some sort of stance work like that should be taught at some other martial arts, man.
Yeah,
It's like the biggest thing is like your stance, like where you're rooted. So if it's easy to throw you or like trip you up, you need to work on that. Maybe some sumo training.
I'm looking at the strongest sumo wrestler at the current meta right now, and that's Hakuho. And I think he would be strong enough to beat Thor in a good maybe 7 bouts out of 10.
Who's the tallest sumo guy? Because Thor's like 6'9", 6'8" or some shit.
Tallest sumo wrestler was Akashi Shiganosuke, and he was 8'3".
8'3".
Yeah,
How he had to have been like a fucking
and he was
20-year
the
champion.
yeah he was formally recognized as the first yokozuna ever. So he was in the Kane era. That's what he said. So that was like he was born in the 1600s and he died in 1649.
Okay.
His weight was 408 pounds.
How do they know this stuff, man?
I don't know. I think it's like when it comes to sports stuff, they
I
record
keep good
things that are like
records of it.
fucking good.
Yeah. 83, 400 pounds, dude. He must have had like a pituitary gland thing going on.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Well, it's about 108 right now. You have anything else you want to talk about, John?
Oh man.
We're going to
I
stop here
think
for the day.
ending at a rating or martial arts rating allows us to have topics for the next time. So
Right.
we'll just save it for now.
All right. Sounds good. All right, guys. It's the podcast. Catch you guys next week.
Right. See ya.
All right. See ya.